honest with you. In this situation, I would just tell this bitch to step her game up. Like, that's the truth. Like, I'm not about to tell you no fairy tale shit like, oh, well, I would just work with... No, nigga, I would tell this bitch to step her game up. I would tell her straight up, your pussy is not like that. Your shit is looking like trash right now. And that's just the truth. Trust me, I done did this shit before. Like, sometimes, my nigga, if you to get what you want, dog, you gotta actually be fucking mean. Like, society has taught us that show everybody respect, be nice with everybody, dog. The niggas that run the world right now didn't get nowhere, didn't even get on top by being nice, my nigga. Okay? So, in this situation, bro, I'm telling this bitch straight up, your pussy trash, you need to step your game up or I'm leaving. Cause what you need to realize is... What's good with y'all niggas, bro? It's Vaughn and this bitch. Now look, 3 ways to get natural clear skin. Now look, bro, this video is gonna be mainly for the bitches, cause bitches care about shit like this. Females care about shit like this. Now if you a nigga, you can still wear this. But niggas, hey my niggas, any nigga watching this video, y'all know the bitches that's always wear makeup, and then when they take their makeup off, they be looking dead as hell. They be looking tired and shit. Why you think they be looking dead as fuck, bro? Females too, why you think certain females that wear makeup all the time be looking dead and fucking tired all the time?
I'm sure now, with how things are changing, more women are going to know how to take care of themselves naturally, so that the inverts that use tons of makeup will stand out. And I hope that when we stand out from them, you speak out against that too, instead of just talking this way to women just because they wear makeup unwillingly, because they don't know of the chemicals in the sky and other ways that melanin and brown skin is being targeted through chemicals, also in food, like you're saying, and makeup. But there's better ways of saying it without degrading women.
You got my baby, you know what I'm saying, my baby, Kayla. Now look, only reason why I react to this clip, because I seen a clip of her probably like a while back. She was boxing with Mayweather. You know the girl that was boxing with Mayweather, Mayweather's father. You know what I'm saying? She was like on a little pads. Now the reason I'm looking at this, I'm really trying to see, you know, the big fight. Like I'm really trying to see where her hands at. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm on senior attention and shit. I gotta chill. You feel me? I'm on day 100 something. You feel me? Let me go ahead and get to it. Straight to it.
Okay, what's up?
Bitch, don't do that. Bitch, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't start the music off like that. You walking up. You look like you trying to seduce a nigga. Don't be doing all that. Don't be doing all that. Hey, go to my second channel, on to cut. Look, dog.
Everybody, you already know who it is. It's Natasha McQueen, aka.
Okay, so I'm gonna try showing the scar indentations from boob surgery removal that a lot of these FTMs, female to male transgenders, go through. Sometimes I think that they got these surgical procedures done on them maybe before they even hit puberty, and the scars have gone very minimal because of the time that has gone by, that a lot of these times these FTMs have already been taking testosterone shots and so many things to invert themselves that the scar little by little starts to wear off. But you can slightly see it sometimes, and even when you see them slightly, it's still a good connection to make, because the other FTMs that are open about it, that they are FTMs, will have these similar scars. So As you can see right here, I've already tried to remove the LED light, because a lot of times when they do videos, they'll use an LED light in front of them. And what the LED light does, it's essentially a white light. And when you do videos, the white light covers scars or any imperfections. So when I get these pictures that I would like to find any surgical scars, I remove the LED light, and you start to see scars, and you actually start seeing the real facial features that come from their fake facial expressions. A lot of these FTMs, they'll do like quirky face expressions just to throw you off on their feminine bone structure. They will also do this talking with their hands, and they'll try to say that that's how melanated people speak, but they overdo it to the point where they're trying to distract you from the scars on their chest and things like that. So right here you can slightly see the scars. So I'm gonna put a before and after picture. So watch, this is what it looked like before. And as you can see, this all these little digital blurriness, this means it already worked on this part. So I'm still not sure how they do editing while they are doing a video. I believe they have people that do this for them before they upload the video. And you can see right here, it's not the same as of right here on the face. You can see the gigabytes. So why is it that it's a good clarity video everywhere except on the chest part? But I still was able to get some of those known FTM scars, and they're right here. So I'm gonna point them out with an arrow. So do you see? It's a little bit over the nipple right here. Those two set of lines, they have to reconstruct the nipple, because when they remove the fat out from the boob, they still have to somehow tuck in the extra skin, and you will be able to see a lot of the wrinkleness from the extra skin on the area of the nipples. So they cut that part of the extra skin, and what you end up having are two set of lines or several lines around the nipples. Also, the callus bone is almost impossible to see, and it's flexing. That's the only way or reason why you can see some bit of muscles. It's because it's flexing. As it speaks, it's flexing. They do so much to pass and to fake real women, trick them. So here we go. So first I'm going to show you the line all the way across. Now this is the line that is mainly used to remove the fat from the boobs, and it'll be the biggest line all the way across. This is the reason why a lot of rappers also get full body tattoos to cover these scars, because they're actually dykes. Okay, so here we go. See, and this part here in the middle, that's how cleavage looks. So this thing had huge boobs. And right here are the two set of lines. Let me use a different. Use a pencil instead. Alright, I'll use an arrow. So right here are the two set of lines. See that? Right there. And then the whole line that goes across will be right here. You can see how they left a lot of fat to give it that look like it has muscles. But when you look at them like this, you can tell it's cleavage. There's no actual muscle. Because if you would see muscle, then you would be able to see it from here. Start from up here. But no. These are just hanging boobs. And they remove some fat from up here, but not from down here. They edit this one pretty good, but I can slightly see the line. And for those that are able to see, will be able to see it too. Those two set of lines are to reconstruct the nipples. So this is another example of an FTM, but I'm not really going to edit it because it's not about this person right now. It's just a random account that I found commenting on one of these channels. But if you take notice, I just want you to see the facial quirks that they make, and like I said, how they try to act out a funny, cute kind of boy, but not really a man. You see, like, a man doesn't do these things to show their muscles, and it's trying so hard. And remember those two set of lines that I was telling you? This person has three. You can see them right there. But if I were to edit it, you'll be able to see it more. I can do it right now just to prove it. So let's try. And then, do you see how short the arms are? It's trying so hard to get strong facial expressions, but it just looks like a cute boy, like a cute young man. So I just tried different methods. This will raise up the value, and it will also make scars or any indentations, shadows come up. So you see, if I go down, it takes away a lot of color. You can still see those three set of lines, the nipple reconstruction. See, I think when they let them have a YouTube channel, it's because it's the best experiment FTM that they came up with. It's like, oh yeah, you're allowed to have a channel. I don't think they'll figure you out. You'll pass. You could go ahead and trick all the girls and treat the real girls like crap and treat the trannies really good. That's what they do. So we're going to keep it like at this level because I can really see them around this part. And then from here, this is where you can remove a lot of the LED light. So you bring down the highlight. See, well, this person used a lot of the light from outside, or any light that they have in their surroundings help. When it's really at close range, it's a lot of brightness. So I bring up the shadows, not too much. The highlights, it's all the way down already. It's not that much of a difference. And there's another part where you can take off the LED light where you'll be able to see. So right here, what I like to do is bring down the exposure, but then I'll raise up the gamma ray, the gamma light, which is one of the lights that cannot be tricked. So once I bring this down and I bring up the gamma light, it's a done deal. It's closed. So as you can see, you can already see the lines a little bit more. But I don't want to go too dark because then it won't have much to work with. Just slightly a bit, and then we pick up the gamma. Or we can start bringing it down, and then we'll just bring up the compensation. And now this is kind of like the deal that closes it. The contrast. See the lines now really good. Nipple reconstruction. And now we can raise up the brightness on all the work we did. Okay, so now that I showed you guys how to edit in order to see the indentations and scars, I don't want to have to edit again to be able to show y'all, but this is another picture and you can see the long line right across start, and then also, do you see that bump in the back that's coming from the back? That's also surgical. See, very strategic when it comes to hiding their scars. Like, they'll forget, but then they'll do another thing to cover their scars. And when they do this position of their hands, when they fold their arms like that, their hands are in a fist, and it helps them lift up the muscle from their arms. So it looks like they have big muscles when they put their arms like this, crossing. But you can see the whole cleavage of the boob all around this one, and all the blurriness, everything they did to cover it up. And I believe these Adam's apple that look super pointy like that are surgical. It has to go everything together. If there's an Adam's apple, where's the callus bone? That's supposed to be here. Why are the nipple reconstruction scars there? It's more than one thing. It's not just one thing. Several things. Oh, and this is another screenshot that so when the female to males don't take testosterone, they end up having like a baby face and they look like young boys. And guess who are the ones that are attracted to the FTMs that look like young boys? People like this. To all you trans boys who don't take testosterone, you're pretty cute. Oh, that's great. You guys FTMs like to promote the love between chomos and what? FTM trans boys that look pretty cute, and you guys are willing to give chomos a chance instead of speaking on the psyops that were ran onto you in order to invert yourself. See, because a lot of these FTMs, they are victims themselves. There's pedophiles that came from the government into urban areas, and they psyop on these children in order for them to invert, and they fall for it. And when they invert, they never speak on why they inverted. They just go along with it. So I'm not against the whole gays and trans. What I don't like is how you guys don't speak up on the things that happen to y'all in order to invert yourselves. I'm going to go through some pictures and I'm just going to briefly explain what I think about them. So, on this picture, in anatomy, you should know that the ring finger in men should always be longer than the pointing finger. That is another way to tell when a person is an invert. Okay? The ring finger has to be longer than the pointing finger. Okay? This one, it's not. They're the same length. Women have the same length of the pointing and ring finger are the same length. On this picture, I was going to bring up the whole bobblehead and the bone, how it's invisible, as well as the Adam's apple and how this picture can very well be possibly edited, especially on this part, the muscle area. Also very edited. As you can see, these muscles are edited. Can you see those lines around the nipples? It's a reconstructed nipple. Do you see the line right across that goes all the way onto this side, which gives some weird indentation here in the center? Do you see that demonic face right there? Edit it. So this is another picture that when it did a video, it came out. So I just thought it was interesting. This girl, her armpits aren't shaved, so I'm assuming it doesn't like being a girl, even though she's, you could tell, very beautiful. And that's what these FTMs do. They go after real women that have been touched or raped by a pedo, and these girls, they're victims, and they don't know how to handle that trauma, so they end up trying to invert themselves without realizing that they're just hurting themselves. And you have frauds like these that already fell for the trap and did invert themselves, and they don't want beautiful women, especially brown and melanated women, to be the most beautiful women. So that's why they do psyops on them to invert, and they have these coons to go along with it. And what they'll do is they'll date this girl and confuse her even more. Like, they'll treat her like crap, and then the girl will think that all men are mean like this thing, without her realizing that this is a female and it's demonic now, and it does it for money. So it's like, it's hard to change them once they do it for money. Another, this is what they do. They like to tell you in your face. So I guess this thing sells clothes. This is one of the shirts that it sells. Look at what it says. The truth about everything. Tee me up. Testosterone me up with the shot. Yes, we get it. You stupid fucking dyke. And they also, well, what do you think? They always like to take pictures behind brick walls. This is how Illuminati Masons connect and speak through pictures and symbology. So he's letting them know that he's tricking people. This is the brick back here. You see it? I would say this thing is an invert too. Right here, I just wanted to show you how it happens to look on this side. Like, do you see how edited that chest looks? They constantly try to hide it, but they make her go without a shirt as a way to humiliate her. So I'm not sure if it really does videos when it wants to. Sometimes I think it even gets mad when they make her do videos, because it's so obvious in some. So I just want to kind of show this. So this picture, this girl to me looks like a real bio female. Do you see how she's skinny, but do you see how her arm is feminine? Do you see the difference between this girl and this one here? Also skinny, but do you see the pointiness of that shoulder? The blade of the shoulder, the jaw. So even though it's not wearing makeup, because remember, that's what they're trying to, these agents have a script, and the script says a lot of truth, but it's coming from an invert so that you can fall for them, because the real women still don't know how to be natural with themselves because of everything that is shown on TV to put us down. But this looks like a real female. And do you see how it's sitting next to her like it doesn't even want to be there? This is what they do. They treat real females like this, while they treat the invert like themselves like this. And again with the brick wall. Do you see those things? So for any boy that's confused out there, this is what they're reading. And I got trolled for supposedly being mean to this person and that it's only 17 years old. But this thing is giving advice to 12-year-olds. So why don't you guys say anything there? Very pathetic and hypocritical. Another brick wall. How spontaneous. And do you see how when they cross their arms, they use their fist to kind of bring up their muscles that they don't really have with their bobblehead? And this is the type of fashion. It's like a fuckboy kind of fashion. I'm not sure what it was trying to prove with this picture. I think like a before and after. To me, it almost passed here more, except the sloppy shoulders. They also get this. They have like slopey shoulders. They're going down. That comes from the testosterone shots. It actually breaks down their muscle. They have to keep taking it. And look at that feminine. You can see the feminine body poking out through this one. Another brick wall. Okay, so that's it for the pictures.